His name is in the email chain, Jared Kushner. The email forwarded June 8, 2016, just after 12 noon, from his brother-in-law, Donald Trump Jr., to Kushner and Paul Manafort, then head of the Trump campaign. Now senior White House advisor, Kushner was being invited to meet with a Russian attorney. It had been promised she would deliver dirt on Hillary Clinton. The lawyer told NBC she remembered Kushner.
I could recognize the young gentleman who was only present in the meeting for probably the first 7 to 10 minutes. And then he stood up and left the room. It was Mr. Jared Kushner, and he never came back, by the way.
And there you have it, the Russian lawyer herself, placing Kushner, the so-called secretary of everything, in yet another meeting with a Russian that was initially left off the forms he filled out to gain White House security clearance. Had all those meetings simply slipped his mind? Let's review. There was the meeting with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak at Trump Tower during the transition. That's when Kushner allegedly tried to set up some sort of back-channel communication to the Kremlin. The White House declined to comment.
I don't like it. I just don't.
Also, the meeting with Russian banker Sergei Gorkov, who not only has ties to Vladimir Putin, but runs a bank that's been under U.S. sanctions for the last 3 years. The optics are troubling.
My dashboard warning light was clearly on, and I think that was the case with all of us in the intelligence community.
And now this latest meeting with Russian lawyer Natalia Veselnitskaya, also initially omitted on his application for security clearance, has some wondering how many other meetings Kushner might not have disclosed, and if security clearance should be revoked. The application form Jared Kushner filled out for White House security clearance is known as the SF-86 form. And you might say Kushner's is a work in progress. The first time Kushner filled it out, he left the section for foreign contacts blank. The next day, he amended that to say he had multiple contacts and would be disclosing them. The same form was modified a third time in recent weeks to include the meeting with Donald Jr. and the Russian lawyer, a source told CNN. In a statement over the weekend, Kushner's attorney explained that his SF-86 clearance form was, quote, prematurely submitted, referring to his original form months ago, and reiterated that her client is eager to cooperate and share what he knows with Congress. While that sounds good, keep in mind that Kushner's application for security clearance is submitted under penalty of perjury. That's because, unlike his brother-in-law, Donald Jr., who is not a government employee, Jared Kushner is, and was required by law to disclose his meetings with foreign governments. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.